In your book, you talk about that we are in the business of helping people, right? Helping people get what they want. So by designing conversations to really start at that endpoint as what you call the implementation of a solution, and then working backward to
Mhm.
the initial conversation, you position yourself for good things to happen for the person you're serving and yourself. So can you briefly explain your WHAA technique of selling, or what I'm going to call WHA?
I'd love to. And this WHAA it's really based on principles. And I do refer to it as a technique, just as you did, Kelly. But it's the principle of, once again, starting from the outside in. The W is the want. What do you want?
Mhm.
So when I ask the question, I'm curious if you want to retire someday, I'm starting with what matters to you. If you don't want to retire someday, that's totally fine. I'm not there to convince you you should want to retire someday. It's just when you say, oh, I can't wait, knowing what I know, I'm pretty confident I can bring value to your life very, very quickly. The H is you have a set of haves, you have a set of decisions. And your haves aren't just the money decisions you may be making, again, referring to the work I do with the people we serve.
Mhm.
It's also the biases and the opinions and the experiences you've had with different things. It isn't just the black and white information. There's a lot of gray information that plays into the haves. The first A of WHAA technique is align. Do your haves align with your wants?
Mhm.
In other words, if you keep doing what you're doing and all these variables you don't control go your way, will you get the outcome you want? Most people in the work that I do, most people have no idea, Kelly, just how far off they are from actually living the life they always dreamed of living, which is the want.
Right.
So when that happens, when people see and they become compelled to go, oh my word, I had no idea this was my situation. That's when the fourth A kicks in. Adjust. And it isn't, what are the ways I want to adjust your world? It'd be, what are all the ways you could adjust all the things you're doing for your haves to better align with your wants? When you start with all the ways, that means there are all kinds of ways you can do things that don't include me.
Mhm.
And there are some things you should do. Most people do things that have nothing to do with what I do in the world of sales. Nothing. Well, why would I keep that from people? I
Mhm.
want to encourage people to tidy up all aspects of their world. And so when you help people in that manner, you can't help but you yourself, me and what I do, you and what you do, Kelly, we're going to participate in some of those adjustment decisions. We just will, because they trust us because of the way we've started from the outside and worked back in.
Mm. Such a different approach than normal training in sales, right? I mean, we are trained in a very different manner most often, especially in larger corporations. So having really flipping this over and saying, no, we need to focus on the person, what they want. Relationships matter, and so too do conversations, just like you say in your book. And so we want to connect with people, relate to them so we can attract, engage, and they are compelled to take action.